And I think that's important. Sometimes we get up in our heads when it comes to wanting to build a brand, wanting to build a business, wanting to do whatever you want to do in life. But when you can come back down into your heart, come from a place of intuition and intention, because it's definitely evident that she had intentions in her story. Um, the sky's the limit. And hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are doing another case study. And this case study is going to be a little different. This case study is going to be on an amazing woman that has built a billion-dollar empire. So if you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And like I said, in this video, we are doing another case study on an amazing woman, what I considered an empowered feminine, and her name is Sara Blakley. And she is the founder of the brand Spanx. And I am a huge fan of Sara Blakley because I think, one, she's amazing, and I love the content that she produces on her Instagram, her social media, but also I just feel like she is just the embodiment of feminine energy, of femininity, and how she was able to manifest a billion-dollar business. So we are going to take a look at how she created the brand, came up with the concept, the idea, and all of those things, and how she was able to manifest a beautiful billion-dollar business from tapping into her feminine energy. And so before we get into the video, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on business, life, and everything in between. And so I also help people glow up, reinvent, and transform their lives while embodying femininity and changing their life. And I am the creator of the Empowered Feminine program, which you can find out more about on my website at amberberryturner.com. I'm also the author of You Choose Your Outfit, with outfit being the metaphor for your reality and experience. So in this video, we are going to take a look at Sara Blakley, and she is the creator of the brand Spanx. And I have to say, I remember the first time I heard of her because she did an interview with Lewis Howes. And I remember the first time, it was actually, I was not watching the interview, I was listening to it like a podcast, and I was on a walk. And I remember when she came on, and the first thing I thought when I heard her voice was, she is so feminine. Because it was, when it came to business, I always felt like you had to be more in your masculine energy and talk a certain way and be forceful with your words, and that was one of the first things that piqued my interest about her, because when I first heard her, I just thought, wow, she sounds so soft and feminine for a business owner and the creator of a billion-dollar empire. I just thought that was weird at that time. Now I understand, especially with her story and how she was able to hone in on her feminine energy and actually use the power of manifestation to create Spanx. Now, I say this all the time, when you are tapped into your feminine energy, that's where creation happens. That's where manifestation happens, when you're tapped into your feelings. And from her own admission, she definitely manifested Spanx. We're going to take a look at her career. We're going to take a look at that interview she did with Lewis Howes and how she was able to manifest a billion-dollar company from her feminine energy. And I am just a huge fan of hers because her, among a lot of other people that have tapped into their feminine energy and were able to create amazing things from their feminine energy. And so Sara Blakley is interesting because initially she kind of started off selling fax machines door to door, and to see where she's at now, the CEO of a billion-dollar brand and business, and she started off selling fax machines door to door, speaks volumes of who she is. And I remember this interview that she did with Lewis Howes, and how she actually wrote down, I believe, if I remember correctly, she wrote down that she wanted to create a product that was going to change the world.
I ended up writing in my journal, I'm going to invent a product and sell it to millions of people that will make them feel good. And then I asked the universe for an idea, and I was very specific. And it took 2 years, And I only cut the feet out of my pantyhose one time. And I was not going to squander any idea the universe gave me because I had really asked for it. And then the minute I cut the feet out, I started trying to make it.
And she is a prime example of the power of writing things down. And so she wanted to manifest into her existence something that was going to change the world. She wanted to invent a product. And that's what her intentions were. And she wrote it down with the intentions of manifesting that into her existence. So at the age of 27 years old, or years young, she had about $5,000 to her name set aside to create this product. She had an idea for a hosiery product, an undergarment. One of the things in this interview that was so profound to me is how she actually states that she wanted the universe to bring her an idea for an invention. And you know, you ask the universe and the universe always answers, and the universe definitely answered Sara with her request. And so she had her ups and downs, and it wasn't a huge success at first, but one of the things that I know about Sara Blakley and her story is that I remember specifically she was saying something that she went to some sort of networking event or party where there was other guys that were in business, and some of the guys were saying to her, "We hear you started a new business. Are you ready for the competition?" It's like, or something along those lines is competitive, or something along those lines. I can't remember verbatim what they said. I'm probably going to insert a clip here.
You know, when I first started Spanx, I was at a cocktail party and 3 guys came up to me and they said, "Sara, we heard you just started a business and invented something." And I said, "Yes." And they go, "You know, business is war." And I just looked at them and then one guy, pat me on the back and he said, "Yeah, I hope you're up for it. I hope you're ready for war."
Wow.
And I went home that night in my apartment and I sat down on the floor and I literally started crying. And I remember thinking, I don't want to go to war. Like, why does it have to be war? I want to go about this in a completely different way. And so the whole journey of Spanx, I really took a feminine approach to it. I mean, I didn't know business. I'd never taken a business class. I didn't have a business plan. I didn't go out and raise VC. So I trusted my gut. I stuck with intuition. I, just did things what felt very,
Right. Yeah.
I think traditional business has been very male energy. And so I wanted to see what would happen if I took a very feminine energy approach.
She intended to make her business successful by operating it from feminine energy. I thought that was really, really interesting. For me at that time when I heard this interview, when I heard her say that, I didn't totally understand. I just thought she meant, with her, from femininity and not from what I know as feminine energy, being receptive, being empathetic, being in touch with your feelings. And one of the things that you can tell about her product and brand is that she's very in touch with her customers. And when it comes to building a business, when it comes to being a successful business owner, that's where feminine energy really plays a huge part, because you are empathetic to your customers. You want them to feel good. You want to bring an amazing product that changes people's lives. And that's what she intended to do with her products. And one of the things that I really, really like about Sara, I'm referring to her by her first name like we're friends. We are. She just doesn't know it yet. One of the things that I really, really like about Sara is that she really is concerned about her customers, and she really wants to make them feel good. You can tell that about her, is that is her intentions with her business, is to make women feel beautiful, make them feel good, make them feel confident. And I think that's important. And that is totally feminine energy. And so the reason why I wanted to do this case study in the first place is because sometimes we lose that. We are oftentimes operating businesses, our brands from our masculine energy, that sometimes we do lose touch with how our customers feel. And my intention with this video is that you can definitely build a billion-dollar brand operating from feminine energy. And in a prior video I did how feminine energy looks in a business. It looks like partnerships, it looks like collaborations, it looks like empathy to your customers and wanting to serve them in that way and make them feel a certain way. That's how feminine energy looks in business, and how powerful it is in business, and how you can build an amazing brand in business and make it a billion-dollar brand, you know, from operating from feminine energy. Personally, this whole notion of you have to be in your masculine energy to be successful in business, to me, you know, it doesn't have to be the case. Now, I've said this in previous videos, we do certain tasks depending on what the task is in our masculine and more in our masculine energy or more in our feminine energy. However, and you can operate a business mainly from feminine energy and it be just as successful as operating in masculine energy. And Sara Blakley definitely has done that. Her story to me is phenomenal, and she is just the embodiment of feminine energy and what I call an empowered feminine. But one of the things that I think is very important to note in this case study is that she wasn't a business person. She didn't know how to do things the right way, right? She didn't know how to do things the right way and how you're supposed to do certain things. From the beginning, she was doing everything from mailing her products out to the marketing, to the copy, to everything. She was doing everything. So the thing that I want to really stress in this is that she was coming from a place of intuition. She was operating her business from intuition. She had, if you look at her story, most of the things that she did that she found success in, it's because she was coming from a place of operating from her heart, operating from her intuition, and that's how she found success. And I think that's important. Sometimes we get up in our heads when it comes to wanting to build a brand, wanting to build a business, wanting to do whatever you want to do in life. But when you can come back down into your heart, come from a place of intuition and intention, because it's definitely evident that she had intentions in her story. You know, the sky is a limit. And when it comes to manifesting beautiful things into your life, you know, it starts with the feeling. It starts with coming into your body, being in touch with your heart, and being intentional. And she definitely is that. And I just love her story. She is a beautiful woman, a beautiful wife, mother, all of those things. And, you know, and she's built a billion-dollar business, which I just think is incredible. I just wanted to share that. I hope you guys enjoyed this case study. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe. I think I said that in the beginning of this video. Also, I have a new journal that is just launching, 365 transformational beliefs on how to glow up as an empowered feminine. Like I said, in her story, she wrote it down. There is power in writing things down, and that's why I wanted to create a journal in the first place. So I'm going to leave the link below for that if you're interested in that. It's 365 prompted beliefs that you can contemplate on every single day. It prompts you to do this every single day. I think it's very, very important. Also, I have a free download on how to glow up as an empowered feminine. Now, for me, for a long time, I was in a space where I needed a breakthrough. I thought my life was out of control. I believe this big lie, and this big lie is that life just happens. And it wasn't until I discovered the truth for myself that I am in control, that I choose my outfit, and that's why I wrote the book. So in that audio, I share some of my story and the importance of tapping into your feminine energy, your femininity, and when you can embody that feminine energy, it radiates out and you want to express it to the world. Also, I just started doing one-on-one coaching and mentorship. If you're interested in that, if you're looking to reinvent yourself, to transform your life, I know how hard it can be because accountability is everything. Accountability is important because we have ups and downs, good days and bad days. and learning how to embody that feminine energy and express it in our everyday life is so important. So if you're interested in some coaching and mentorship on that, I'm offering it on my website. You can head over to ambermarieturner.com as well. Anyways, you guys, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I would check you guys in the next video. Peace.